Good morning. My name is Bill Beard. I live on the northwest side of Tucson. I come before you today to ask a simple question. Why are voters being disenfranchised by Pima County? Brett Nelson is admitted to failures in following security procedures with ballot software systems, has allowed his deputies to ignore established rules and procedures. He has allowed the removal of many safeguards and checks on the handling procedures of the ballots that would prevent tampering and corruption of the elections. In November 2010, I went to vote, and before I left, I noticed the ballots had no election for the Amphi School Board. I've paid taxes in Amphi for over 20 years. It seemed logical that I should receive a ballot that contained the Amphi school elections. After many calls, I was told by the Recorder's office and the Elections Department that all ballots were there, and if I had a problem, I should take it up with Amphi School District. School districts don't put on elections, Pima County does. I contacted some of the candidates on the ballot that day. Needless to say, they were very concerned. Apparently, the poll workers had never been instructed as to the total number of different ballot types that this particular location needed. They had started the day with only 2 types. The poll workers had not opened a box that had the other 4 ballot types. By Pima County's own estimate, 20 voters received wrong ballots that day. All of them were effectively disenfranchised. I've continued to ask questions about how this could happen and, more importantly, what was being done to fix it. Mr. Nelson did finally call. He mentioned about, something about additional training of the workers, but he ended the conversation by stating that while there was a problem with elections in the county from time to time, quote, thankfully it hasn't impacted any races, unquote. Despite Mr. Nelson's contention, in distributed reports, the county has identified a disturbing number of problems with ballot procedures at the polls. By your own accounts, in the last election cycle, poll workers were giving out incorrect ballots in 1 of 4 polling locations. By your own accounts, Pima County has disenfranchised voters. Your director of elections has overseen a steady erosion of voter rights. The current recorder has been silent on these issues. Aside from one member of this board, your silence speaks volumes. I will ask again, why is this man in charge of elections? Why does this board majority tolerate even one citizen being disenfranchised? Your election director doesn't even know if the problems have affected any races. When one citizen is denied the right to vote, each of us should be alarmed. Each of us is harmed. How many more disenfranchised voters will it take for this board to fulfill its duty? Remove those responsible for disenfranchising Pima County citizens. Fire your elections director. Thank you.